Kardama Muni is the source of humans, and he always remains the Lord. Even if he appears as the son of a particular devotee, the word Kardamam is significant, for it indicates that the Lord had some devotional affection, a relationship in devotional service with Kardama and Devahūti. But we should not mistakenly understand that he was born just like an ordinary living entity from the semen of Kardama Muni in the womb of Devahūti. The sense the Bhaktivedanta Padpoto Madhyanathimirandhasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Tatsyam Bahutite Kale Bhagavan Madhusūdana Kardamam Viryamapanno. Here the appearance of the Lord as Kapila, as son of Kardama Muni, is described. Here it is mentioned Kardamam Viryamapanno. The Lord appeared from the Virya. He took shelter of the semen of Kardama, and he appeared as his son, Kardama and Devahūti's son. Jajni Agne Ivadaruni. In the wood, the fire is already there. In every wood it is there, but by a specific process, the fire comes out. So similarly, Lord is present everywhere, is all-pervading, omnipresent. And then if he decides to come out through his devotees' semen, and that is the pastime here, Kardamam Viryamapanno Jajne Agni Ivadaruni. Although this particular instance of appearance of Krishna appears to be like that of a ordinary living entity, still here Bhagavan Madhusūdana. The Lord is Bhagavan. He is fully independent, full of opulences and fully independent. He chooses how he wants to appear in this world. He is not bound by the laws of this world. Prabhupada explains, it is not that the Lord is forced to appear, and he can choose his own way of appearing into this world. He gives the example of Lord Narasimha, who appeared from a pillar of Hiranyakashipu's palace. And Varaha came from the nostril of Brahma. In the beginning of this creation, suddenly one day Brahma observes that a small Varaha is coming from his nostril. And gradually that form grows and becomes very big. So Brahma understands that he is actually Vishnu, who can change his body at his own will. So this appearance is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakrutim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Krishna is explaining about his appearances in this world. The first word that he uses is ajaha, is actually unborn. He is unborn, but still he takes birth. He has no name, but still he has many names. He doesn't do any activity, but still he has many activities. Now these are the sentences that we hear in the Vedic literature. Here Krishna himself is saying, I am Ajaha, I don't take birth. Whereas we are Ja, we take birth. There are 4 ways in which a living entity comes here. Andaja, Svedaja, like that there are 4 aspects are there. In the womb, or through eggs, or by sweating, and there is one more. So, living entity comes like that, but Krishna is free to choose how he wants to appear. A living entity, the moment he changes his body, he forgets. Memory goes. His memory is flickering, changes. Exactly yesterday what we did at the same time, nobody will be able to tell because we have changed our body compared to yesterday. The body is continuously changing. It is not that there is a bigger change at the time of death, but otherwise every moment the body is changing. And when the body is changing, the kala brings the karma, karmic reactions, and the body has to experience those reactions. If somebody's karma is good, then the change of body will be a pleasurable experience for him. And in case his life is full of sin, then the change of body will be full of pain and suffering. That can happen even within this life, or it can happen after the death. People who are very sinful, they will get sinful bodies, Papa Yoni. And somebody who is pious, he gets a body called Punya Yoni. So this Papa Punya calculations are there in this world. A living entity has to develop this discrimination. What is Papa and what is Punya? Because as long as we are attracted to opposite sex, that discrimination has to be there. Because he is under the control of dualities. Duality means something good, something bad. In his consciousness, these aspects will be there. So one has to have this discrimination, that what is punya and what is papa. And as long as he is caught up in these activities, he has to continuously transmigrate. He has to change his bodies. And the body into which he will change, he has no control. He cannot choose the kind of body that he gets next. But whereas Krishna's situation is different. He is not under this Papa Punya calculations. He has no, this Papa cannot touch him. His actions may resemble the activities of this world, immoral activities of this world, but still that sin, there is no sin that can touch him. And because we are continuously changing our bodies, we lose our memory, But Krishna, he doesn't lose his memory. His memory doesn't change. His body doesn't change. His intelligence doesn't change. As we change, become older, our intelligence starts dwindling. Sharpness comes down, memories will dwindle. But Krishna's case, that's not the scenario. So one may say, no, Krishna is also changing bodies. There is childhood activities, they are celebrating Damodar, Leela, but after that he is growing. He has become youth, 16 years, then further he grows older. Mysteriously, he doesn't become older than 24, 25. His body doesn't change beyond that. So certainly that means his body is different from our bodies. That is called spiritual body. That is called transcendental body. He chooses how he wants to manifest his leelas. Whereas we have no such a choice, it is enforced on the living entity. This is the difference. Here apparently Bhagavan Madhusūdana, but he is taking shelter of the semen of his own devotee. Actually, in this world, the living entities, they take shelter of the semen of the father. It is said that when the father is eating the grains, and from the grains the soul enters into the semen, and then reaches the womb of the mother, and then takes the shape. The body starts forming in the womb, and if he is a pious soul, it is said that in the womb he prays to the Supreme Lord that please take me out of this hellish condition so that I can become your devotee. But as soon as he comes out, immediately Maya covers him up, and then he forgets his promise to Krishna. And then again he goes on with his activities in Maya. But this forgetfulness, this Maya cannot affect the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why Krishna, he says, Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. He is also appearing in Maya, but this Maya is not the Maya that covers us. This Maya is different, it's called Atma Maya. Sometimes Vishnu's body is considered Maya-mayam. It is full of Maya, it is said. In the Vedas there is a statement like that. But then that Maya is Atma Maya, is an internal potency of the Lord, which is continuously serving the Supreme Lord's Leela. But whereas the external energy, it is tapakari, it creates continuous pain to the living entity. That is the external Maya. So we have to see these distinctions carefully. When we are reading Prabhupada books, each sentence will bring out one finer aspect of the absolute truth. And if we are kind of in a hurry and then just go on, turning pages or some looking at the quotes, particularly in the mobile and this and that, you miss out that fineness. You have to spend time and understand Jai Radha Govind. How Lord is a distinct personality. One of the Upanishads says we can get a glimpse of Lord's nature by understanding our own nature. So, comparing with us, if you see how Lord is distinct, that's a very big understanding. One should not analyze ourselves and Krishna and conclude that both are same. That analysis is Maya. If somebody intelligently able to see that I also have certain qualities like Krishna, but Krishna is completely distinct. He has his own Atma Maya. Bhutanam Ishwaropi San. He says, I am the transcendental Lord of all living entities. So Krishna is aware of his position. Krishna is aware of all his appearances. Krishna remembers all his activities, whereas we forget our own activities just 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before. Exactly 5 minutes before, what did we do? Nobody can remember. Krishna knows Kala, Krishna knows his activities, everything he remembers. This is the difference. So, the Lord can choose his appearance. In this case, he chose to take shelter of the semen of his devotees, and then he appears in the womb of Devahūti. But that doesn't diminish his position as Bhutanam Ishwaropi San. It doesn't diminish his position. So, this kind of a finer understanding, if it is not there, then this Mayavada enters into our understanding. If we not able to finally distinguish the various aspects, then if we are not able to perceive the variety in existence, then Mayavada understanding takes over. We consider that everything is kind of one. The one big mistake the opposite camp does is, when Prabhupada is talking about Guru, in every instance they think he is always talking about Diksha Guru. In one place, Prabhupada is saying that look at this little girl, Saraswati, and she is preaching to everybody that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So she is Guru. And in some other places he is saying everybody is Guru. Everybody should become Guru. And in one more place he is saying a Guru should be as good as Narada Muni. He is on the level of Narada, Brahma. And then he says, Guru should be worshipped as good as Vishnu. So when you see these four statements, he is saying, Saraswati, that little girl is Guru. And here he is saying, Guru should be worshipped as good as Vishnu. So now should we start worshipping that little girl? Yes, there is a stage there, but then you have to see the distinction among these statements. Prabhupada is talking about two distinct types of Gurus. On one side he is saying about everybody should be Guru, including the little girl and all that. On the other side he is talking about one more category where he is saying he is as good as Vishnu. If you miss out on this sensitive distinction, then you think, yes, everybody can be Guru and everybody can receive worship as good as Vishnu. And if somebody falls, then you say falling down is also okay, without falling down is also okay. Guru can be fall down also. Guru should not fall down also. This is the kind of philosophy you see. That is Mayavada. Anything is okay. There is no consideration of something is this way and something is that way. Papa, Punya, calculations, these discriminations. What kind of a Guru is, this is missing. Similarly, in the Vaishnavas also, there is a fine distinction. There is somebody called Kanishta. He doesn't know how to respect Vaishnavas. He knows how to respect deities, but he doesn't know how to respect Vaishnavas. Then there is a Madhyama. He recognizes 4 categories. He can see who is a Vaishnava. He makes friendship. He has friendly relations. He loves Supreme Personality of Godhead. He preaches to innocent and he avoids unnecessary association. This is Madhyama. Uttama, he thinks that everybody is already fully engaged in Krishna's service except himself. And he feels that he has to improve. This is Uttama. There are many definitions like that. Uttamam Adhikari means he is free from the tendency to criticize and find faults. This is the key quality of a pure devotee. He is free from the tendency to find faults. He sees that everybody is wonderfully serving. That is his nature. Madhyama means he sees these 4 distinctions. Kanishta has no such distinction. And he considers only the deity is the most important, and he doesn't perceive the same deity in the heart of other living entities, and he doesn't recognize other Vaishnavas' contributions. That is Kanishta. So, slowly as we practice, we see these sensitivities. We understand that yes, it's not that everything can be merged into one substance and one category like that. No. There are fine distinctions are there. Even in the liberated platform, after once becomes pure devotee, within the pure devotee also you see there is a distinction in terms of the rasa. And it is considered what is highest and what is not so highest. See, these distinctions are there. Why this distinction? This is called variety. Variety means enjoyment. If enjoyment can be enhanced by varieties, not not by one, just one. Let us say Rajbhog feast today, and they give khichdi. And tomorrow one more Rajbhog, and they give one more khichdi. Same khichdi again. Then you will not. What is this? But let us say today's Rajbhog is different from tomorrow's Rajbhog. Yes, excitement is there. Variety gives an impetus for enjoyment. So similarly, Krishna's creation is like that. No 2 individuals are same. There is a variegatedness. Similarly, the way he appears is not some stereotype, only one, always coming from pillar, or always coming from some nostril. No, Krishna chooses. He wants to appear the way he wants to. That's all. It doesn't mean that he will become an ordinary living entity. So, development of Krishna consciousness means development of this sensitivity to the variety. This Vaishnava is like this, that Vaishnava is like that, and so the requirements are different. And one has to learn how to recognize these varieties and how to serve nicely so that the devotees are happy, deities are happy, Guru is happy. What Prabhupada wants is different from, I'm talking about his inclinations or his taste may be different from other acharyas. The taste. Prabhupada may like Sandesh, or he may like Karela sabji. Other acharyas may not. They may have their own. This is all variety. It's not that they have become perfected beings, so everybody is like a same mold. Tuk, 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 tuk. Everybody Karela, Karela, Karela. But this influence of this impersonalism is so high, very, very difficult. This is Maya. External energy means it removes all these distinctions. It removes that Gauravena, respect will go. When we recognize variety, yes, there is a senior, there is a junior, and this and that. Then simultaneously comes, there is a respect, then there is an understanding of how to deal, all such things are there. But in the mind somebody thinks, what is the difference? Everything is same. Then automatically he becomes very loose. Krishna consciousness is not a loose process. It's full of gravity. Carefully one has to understand the gravity of philosophy, and then gravity means he should develop depth, he should develop that detailed knowledge. Then only he will be able to perceive that finerness, variegatedness in this philosophical understanding, finer aspects of Krishna consciousness, and then he becomes more and more mature. So, the process, the whole Krishna conscious process is this submission to this variegatedness. You cannot say, no, that devotee takes nicely this sabji only, why you are not taking? You are asking one more. The cook should not say, no, I am cooking this for everybody, why you are asking something else? Why you want this juice, why you want that juice? No. Hospitality or the taking care or serving other Vaishnavas means that we are sensitive to their requirements, all the while maintaining our respect. Submitting to Krishna is a big step. Now, most of the jivas, they don't want to. And then submitting to an acharya is even more bigger step. Because people think, why should I submit to some ordinary looking person? And submitting to Vaishnavas is even more difficult. He is looking like, me only, and then what is the big thing about? It's very difficult to recognize Vaishnavas. It is easy to recognize Vishnu because Shankha Chakra Gadha Padma, and then certainly he is highly respectful. But it is very, very difficult to recognize Vaishnavas and then serve them with the heart. So this process will slowly purify us, and we recognize the glories of Vaishnavas first. Then the glories of Prabhupada will be evident, and the glories of Krishna will become even more evident. Otherwise, yes, we are attracted to Krishna, and then we chant and we become happy to see Krishna like that, but then we remain kanishta. Kanishta means prakruta bhakta. Still his intentions are still mixed with material concepts. But if we want to progress, then we have to at least come to Madhyama. Madhyama may not have that complete philosophical, detailed knowledge, and to defeat all the arguments, but he has got firm faith. For himself he is not shaking. But he may not be able to convince all angles. And that is Uttamadhikari. He is not only thoroughly well versed in this knowledge, he can defeat all these opposing elements. Like Madhusūdana means is a killer of all doubts, all demons. Doubts are compared to demons. And in Bhagavad Gita we see Arjuna is praying to Krishna as Madhusūdana, killer of all the doubts. So similarly, a pure devotee can destroy all the doubts. But for that, we have to completely surrender to Prabhupada and Prabhupada's lotus feet. For an ordinary person, Prabhupada may look like a simple and ordinary personality, but once he realizes the glories of Prabhupada, Acharya, then he will be able to surrender nicely. So, these are the understandings. We have to hear Prabhupada and then see whatever he says, those lines, we have to accept as they are. There is no more proof required. There is nothing else is required to prove his statements here. He is explaining what is the intention of the Lord to appear in this particular way. Only a pure devotee can explain. Others cannot explain like that. So, here it is mentioned, Jajne Agni Ivadharuni. Very important word. Krishna is all pervading, is everywhere is present, so he can decide to appear from anywhere. There are some religious sects, they say, God is omnipresent, he is present everywhere except in Hindu temples. Outside the temple, God is everywhere. This side is there, this side is there, everywhere he is there, except in the temple he is not there. That is their philosophy. In the temple also, okay, even if you in the deity is not there. This is their understanding. Those people can never ever understand this deity worship. How Lord can appear in the form of a deity like this, they can never ever understand. People, they are so sinful, they are not been blessed with deity worship. Sinful people cannot. This is a great opportunity. What is the opportunity that Prabhupada gave? It is not easy. You see billions of people practicing bhakti, but they are devoid of deity worship. They don't even understand. They think this is material. This is material. But Krishna consciousness movement, Prabhupada has given the understanding. This world, Prabhupada says, nothing material. This is all spiritual. This is called Brahman. Then what is material? Moment you see that this world is disconnected from Krishna, that is material. The way you see is material, but actually it's all Krishna's divine energies. Either external energy or Atma Maya, they are all his energies. So what is material here? There is nothing material. It's all Brahman. The way you see that makes it problem. Moment you see that I want to enjoy for myself, then that becomes material. That concept is material. Bodily concept is material. But if you understand the philosophy as it is, then there is nothing material. This point they can never understand. These billions of people, they think it's all material. And when you make a vigraha, that is also material. You are simply worshipping some stone, this is what their thinking is. But for a devotee, Krishna is personally present. And deity installation means, and it's an invitation. Already Lord is there. We are just requesting Him to give us an opportunity to relate with Him and to serve Him. Like Prabhupada explains, somebody asked, Krishna is everywhere, then why you need a temple? There are many answers are there. In our language, if you want to understand, Wi-Fi is everywhere, why you need mobile? You see, in the Wi-Fi, all the videos, YouTube videos and all that, you see, Wi-Fi is going on. You see. Here is Wi-Fi, here is Wi-Fi, here is Wi-Fi, here is Wi-Fi. See the videos, no? Since you cannot see, you need this. So similarly, Krishna is there, Krishna is there. Everything is there. But then you cannot see, your eyes cannot see Him. So that's why Krishna comes in a way that we can see. Yes, here is Krishna. So that is Lord's mercy. He can appear in any form that He wants, but this is original form. His form doesn't change. Simply because He came as a deity, it doesn't mean that His form has changed. It's the same Satchidananda Vigraha. Krishna's original blissful form is present, but in this form, so that we can see. We should not make this mistake that his original body changes. No, it doesn't change. He can expand. Same original body can expand, and then He can incarnate into this form. That is His mercy. So this tattva we should understand, and we should know that we are directly worshipping Radha and Krishna. Directly. When the pujari is touching the lotus feet, he is touching the lotus feet of the blue Lord, the Shyama Sundara. There is no difference in his experience. A properly situated devotee, he will enjoy worshipping the Supreme Lord personally. And he becomes delightful. But this wonderful opportunity is not available for billions of people. You can imagine their misfortune. But if devotees can preach, they expand the glories of Prabhupada and Krishna, then automatically they will also become fortunate to worship the deity. This is the glory. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.